is FOMC day. We're going to get our rate cut. We're going to hear what the chairman of the Federal Reserve thinks about monetary policy this afternoon. That will move markets like a tidal wave. So we're going to look at the SPY here this morning. We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin, maybe a teensy bit about Ethereum, and like one or two plays that I'm also looking at. But before we get going, check out the channel memberships. All paid tiers are getting access to the real-time trade posts and members-only videos for this month since I reached 10,000 subscribers just a few days ago. Thank you all so much for being a part of the Trade Cave crew. But go ahead and check out those. You get basically access to everything with SodaStraw this month. After this month, though, which will be January 9th, would be when the month is up. It's going to go back to just stalagmite level members getting all of that stuff, and the lower levels getting the lesser amount of things. Anyways, we're going to go into the SPY. So first of all, the SPY, we are sitting right on support right now. So here's how this is going to play out. Either the market is going to like what Jay Powell says, and we are going to break out above 686.50 and run for 700 on the SPY. Okay, that is one scenario. The other scenario is we are going to lose the 9 SMA right here, which is where we closed right on yesterday, and we're going to find ourselves coming lower. And that could be easily as low as 678, or if things get bad, the 20-day moving average down here at 674.79 currently. That is the game plan. So let's draw that out. Basically here, and we're either going to come down, maybe struggle, and then come down to this 20-day moving average down here, or Jay Powell's going to speak. They're going to love it. It's going to come up like this in like a rocket ship up to 700. We're going to break through the top of the screen here and go up to 700 on the SPY. Those are basically the two options right now. Now, one thing I will mention is if I go to a 4-hour chart, you can see that we're in a bit of a downtrend right now. You can see that on the 4-hour chart, we're on a bit of a downtrend right now. We are on this channel just coming down, 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 down. Now, if we can break out above that, boom, and get above 683 here, then we're going higher. If we don't get held up at 681.37, if that can't hold us up, well, then we're going to come down to the 50 on the 4-hour. And if we lose that, obviously, we're going to go to the 200 on the 4-hour, which is about the 50-day moving average there, between the 50 and the 20-day moving average, or between 673 and 675. And that's if the market doesn't like what Jay Powell has to say. Okay, let's go ahead and check out Bitcoin real quick, because Bitcoin's not looking so hot. Look at this. Okay, so two things to mention here. So this is a 4-hour chart. So, right, one thing you'll notice is this looks like a bull flag. That's not bad, and I drew that terribly, but that looks like a bull flag. If you can break over that 200 moving average on the 4-hour, yeah, we could see this thing pop up to about 98, 100,000, maybe 102. It'll probably hit 102 if it breaks this level here. So we're going to actually go ahead and mark that right here for Bitcoin. I'm going to mark that level, and I'm going to say 102 is incoming. So I'm going to do an alert. I'm going to do 102. Whoops, if I could type. Okay, 102 coming. All right, let's go back to a 1-day. If it can't do that, well, we're still looking at something that looks like a bear flag. Now, it does need to get back below the 20-day moving average, which is currently at 89,676. So if it gets back below 89,676, 675 now, if it gets back below that, yes, we're probably going to say yes, bear flag. It's going to confirm to the downside, probably hit 86, maybe as low as 80. Okay. If it holds, if it continues to hold, because we got to cross up with the 9 over the 20, yeah, we could come up and hit the 50-day moving average, which would still not necessarily take us completely out of this bearish posturing, but it would be very nice to see that relief rally. How would I play this right now? Right now, I'd be looking at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy has been leading to the downside dramatically for a while, and if we look at the fractal that I've had on here, we're ahead of schedule. We're very much ahead of schedule. Look at this. We're ahead of schedule. And what does that show after it hits this area here, where it currently is right now? It shows a relief bounce back up to about 250. And that would be a move significantly more than what Bitcoin's going to make, but it'd be a move of 30 to 35% from current values before selling off further into, the end of the year. So, in fact, let me go ahead and clone this and move it over. And hey, look at that. So that would be putting us hitting that 250-ish level sometime around April. That's cool. Now, of course, we've been going ahead of schedule. We've been going a lot faster, so it might come, January. So I am watching MicroStrategy for, hints that we're going to go up to 250. I think it will outperform Bitcoin significantly if Bitcoin gets a relief rally. That is important. The other one I'm looking at is Ethereum right now. Ethereum's been outperforming a little bit. Now, we are hitting on the daily, the 50-day moving average, which could hold us beneath it and send us back down, but we are making higher highs and higher lows. So we got a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, and a higher high now. We are making higher highs and higher lows. Now, this is still looking a bit like a bear flag. Yes, that is true. But that higher high, higher low movement that we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pivots on so far, if we get another higher low, we could push to the 200-day moving average, maybe beyond that. And remember, Ethereum is going to be government-backed very soon, be it through the Genius Act and through the Crypto Act, through a bunch of things, because they want to use the Ethereum layers in order to support U.S. securities, the treasuries. They're looking to support it with Ethereum using stablecoins. So that is why Ethereum is interesting in that respect. And of course, my favorite one for Ethereum, if you're not doing Ethereum directly itself, is BMNR, Bitmine. And that one got a nice little pop yesterday, and it is looking like it wants to hit the 50-day moving average up here about 43. That'd be very nice for me. I'd be very happy with that. And it is following a similar trend. As long as it's holding above about 34.50-ish, I'm pretty happy with Bitmine and looking forward to try to get above 44. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Watch out for the FOMC at 2:30 on the East Coast today. Check out the channel memberships. You get access to everything with all paid tiers right now. Go ahead and give us a like, subscribe if you like what you see. We're going to be doing a lot of things. It's gonna get tough, so we're gonna get a lot more technical here going forward, especially with the channel and in the memberships. It's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna learn a lot together. We're gonna do some really great things going into 2026 and have a profitable day.